Autumn 2023 saw one of the most sustained low pressure systems of recent years. My quota of trips, as determined by the wife, had already been filled, but there's always room for negotiation. At the end of October I'd secured a 5-night session, eventually deciding on returning to the gravel pit I'd previously visited that summer. I still didn't know much about what the lake held, other than the carp I'd already caught and photos of 2 other carp of similar size I'd received third hand. The element of unknown is becoming rarer and rarer these days, and I find myself drawn towards the high risk waters on a more frequent basis. Most of these trips end in disappointment, but when the stars align, dreams can come true. Okay, 3 months later we're back, southerly hacking it into this bay behind me. This is bang on for it. There are no carp anglers up this end, so this is a superb start. We get the stuff. Too windy at the moment, way too windy. Okay, we've just got over to the swim, we're just setting up camp. It's too windy to go out. I had the life jacket on obviously, and the boat was so weighed down that I've come across. It was a bit wavy but not too bad, but now the boat is a bit lighter. These are gale force winds, by the way. They're sort of 45 to 50 mile per hour. So I think it's too windy to get the rods out at the moment. Unless the boat's really weighed down, there's every chance that this could flip the boat. So we'll just get headquarters set up for now. Headquarters is up there, and I mean I've had my eye on the water for the last 2 hours. Something splashed just under the surface. I don't think it was a carp, but otherwise no sign of any. But it's such a low stock in here, I'm not expecting to see too much, but the wind is just bombing it down here. If I was to walk around this way, some white horses coming through. Just calm down a little bit just while I'm talking. But yeah, looking mega. 3 carp anglers up the other end, trying to put me off. So, and they're young kiddies that were drinking, so I'm going to want to move the car off. So I'm going to move the car off before we get the rod sorted. It's about 2 o'clock now, over and out. Okay, Monday 30th of October. You'll have to excuse the noise over the back there. So we got here yesterday, and we had a 45 to 50 mile per hour southerly coming up this end. It was blimmin' difficult getting the baits out, but anyway, we got the baits out. I've double back leaded because I'm on a plateau of 6 meters, and then it drops into 9 and then back up to me. So I've attempted to put back leads on sort of 20-30 yards from the bait, and then another back lead close here to allow the boats to come, to allow my boat to manoeuvre in and out. I've left it. Baiting and dropping the lead wasn't great in the wind, but I've left it anyway. I thought this morning, now it's nice and calm, maybe I should redo them, but I'm happy enough. You know, the concept of a little patch of bait is what everyone else does. So even if my bait is off and the bait's sprayed in a much bigger area, I'm quite happy with that. So we'll leave them. We'll leave them today and tonight, and then do them tomorrow. The hook baits are tiger nuts on all rods. So there's nothing that's going to take them off the hair. got reasonable drops on the 6 metre plateau on all rods, and bearing in mind this is where I had the 2 good fish last time. So yeah, it's where we on? We're on about 9. No, we're on 10 o'clock now. And then we've actually got 1 rod round there, and then we've got just a snide over the back in the back lake. I believe I caught all the big carp out of the back lake, if I'm honest, just from what I've heard, but you never know, and the water level's ever so slightly. I don't think they can move in and out, but there's an outside chance that they might have risked it over the gravel to move in and out, so there could be a few new fish in there. So that was given 3 kilos of the new shrimp bait. So given that 3 kilos, and then we've got a shrimp 20 miller with a pink pop up over the top, just to try and get a quicker bite than maybe eating all the bait. So I baited last night. We've left it the night, and the rod's gone out this morning. Obviously we're late in the year now. It's 30th of October. Yesterday it got up to 19 degrees. Today it's down at about 14, 15, but nights are still 6 to 8 degrees, which is absolutely lovely. This is proper big fish conditions. There won't be anywhere. I mean, I only caught 3 out of this lake in 5-day session in July, but if I do get one, there's an outside chance of it being real big. But yeah, it's looking nice. One more thing to mention. At first light this morning, I bombed it down to a different section, and I baited 4 spots. And I've baited 4 lovely areas in about 3 to 4 metres depth. It's a lot weedy around that side, so even if I get something here, in 2 days' time, I'm actually going to go down and do a couple of nights in there anyway. But I want to let that bait have a bit of time to work its magic. We've baited with all sorts of tiger nut slush, tigers, boilies, small seed mix, all mixed in together. 4 areas, probably the size of a big swimming pool. No, probably the size of a 10 by 5 metre swimming pool, that sort of size area. So nice spread again. There are big cats in here, so I'm a little bit nervous about the boilies, but no cats so far. And I had an occurrence on the rod round to that side in the middle of the night. It's kind of a slow run that stopped, but it wasn't out the back lead. It's most likely a line bite. I took the boat over it, wound, it was still bang on the spot, no attention to the boilie hook bait, so it definitely wasn't anything around the hook bait. But yeah, this is the calm before the storm. It's all going to kick off with a big southerly coming in later on this afternoon. I'm happy with my decision to leave the baits, leave them today, even though I had to place them in that roaring gale. So yeah, looking good. So if you recall last time, this marginal shelf here was covered in Potamogeton. That's died off now, obviously being late in autumn. You can still see a tiny bit there. Still, I mean, all the carp was so active in midsummer. I'm not expecting anywhere near as much, but if there are any big ones that I didn't catch, there's an outside chance. But most likely, if I do get any, I think there'll be repeats of those ones that I had last time. But you never know. If I do get a couple of repeats, then it proves that I did have most, if not all of them. If I get any new fish, then it's game on. But yeah, straight out, just 40 yards. I sticked out all that, but loads of bait last night. So in theory, at some point today, we'll get a chance on this rod. The lake does actually go up round this corner. But this is the main area, and obviously being autumn, rule of thumb is that those fish will congregate towards the central areas. Okay, it's 3:30 on Monday afternoon. It's blowing a hooligan and it's pissing it down. So I'm resigned to the bivvy. I have been out for a couple of hours just sitting under a small umbrella, watching the water. No sign of any carp jumping. I've only ever seen one carp jump on this lake, and it was here, but it was midsummer time, and I was here for 5 days. So yeah, I don't think there are that many carp up here. We've got two French anglers now fishing maybe 300 meters up to my right, so not ideal, but it is what it is. We're going to give it tonight and tomorrow morning, and if nothing's happening, I think we're going to go down to the other end of the lake. That's better. Right. Okay, it's just got light on Tuesday morning. We've got bacon sandwich, brown sauce, just to start the morning off, and a cup of tea. It's a quiet night. I'm in the wrong spot. I know it now. I'm going to have this food and then we're going to pack up and we're going to go down the other end. The wind has been hacking it up this end, but I don't think there are many carp up here. Basically, there's I didn't appreciate, obviously with big carp in it, there's going to be busier than you think. Okay, midsummer, there's lots of pleasure people, but no carp anglers. 2 carp anglers arrived and fished quite close, but apart from those 2. So when I got here this time, there were 3 anglers down the other end, no one up this end, so it felt like it was the one, and the wind was absolutely banging it up this end. We've been through all this before. But then 2 more anglers have arrived. They wanted to go here. Obviously they saw me and they've gone midway down. Now the moment I leave here, they're going to come in here. There's no doubt about that. But I don't mind that, because there's another section to this lake that we're going to go into, and I don't think anyone's been fishing in there. Look at that, would you believe it? A little rise out there. Not a carp, but that's about as much activity as I've seen. I have been sitting down there all morning in the dark, watching the water and the waves. No sign of any carp. So I'm sure they're all down the other end. I've pre-baited there. It is bang up for it. I've just got to get down there and get sorted, really. Okay, we're all set, ready to go.
It's a massive common. Massive common. Massive, massive, massive common. Absolutely massive common. We've got her. That is a big common. Ah, yes. Typically it's just starting to rain. We're obviously in late autumn, 31st of October, just after a full moon, and it gets dark very early. So we're going to do this quickly in the hope. Anyway, we have got here a common of just under 60 pounds. Can you believe it? 59.12ish. My arms are shaking, so anywhere between 59.5 and 60. We'll call it 59.12 for cash. And this, there aren't many fish of this size from public waters that are unknown, and to me this is unknown. I'm sure the locals know it. It's not got a mark in the mouth. My God, you take the risk on these low stock places, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But this is what we call an absolute unit of a common. What a fish. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at that. I can't hold you for very long, mate. This fish came to a double tiger nut, fished over tiger nut and test bait. The poisson chat are a little bit active, hence the use of tigers. And we baited this. We did the groundwork straight away 36 hours ago. It's so, after such a long drive, it's so tempting just to want to get the rods out, and you're worried that other people are going to take your spot, etc. So we did one night, and then at first light bombed it up here, found some clear spots in the weed, and baited them quite heavy for the autumn. And anyway, we've come back, and within 3 hours we've got a 1 toner. And it was the one closest to the swimming area over there. Let's hold her up again. My God. Jesus, thank you so much. Oh, it's got the thickness. My goodness me. Come on, you look. It's just completely golden common of just monumental proportions. Oh my word. There we are. It's ice cold. I've got a great big lump on my head where I was trying to pull the bungee cord over the top of the stuff to move here, and the rope on the side of the boat gave way, and the bungee cord came straight over the top and cracked me right there. Big old lump. So you've got to be ever so careful when you're on your own, because if that had hit me somewhere and disabled me in some way, I'd be in a bit of trouble. But anyway, it didn't. And this is the first sun I've seen in the last 2.5 days, and I am going to enjoy a can of beer to celebrate an amazing common. Cheers. Here's to the big common. And you know what? We're a couple of days after a new moon, so whether that's got anything to do with it, I don't know. But yeah, winner. Cheers. Okay, my God, it's 7 o'clock now, it's just getting light. It's a misty morning, right? I don't want to get the main cameras out because there's a bit of moisture in the air still, so we'll just do it with this for a minute. At 11 p.m. we get a take again on the right hand rod closest to the beach. And we've got a fish maybe upper 30, low 40. Wonderful. Rod goes back out on the spot. Oh, dead still, quiet, cold night. Very cold night. I've been shivering in this t-shirt. Lifeless. And then all of a sudden, the same rod is away again at 6:30 this morning. It was running so fast that the most important thing is to catch the fish, and there are ropes out there, so the head torch just went flying, the GoPro went flying, and I just jumped in the boat and went out after it. I'm so pleased I did. Catching it on camera isn't the most important thing. We have got a 62-pound mirror waiting to be photoed. Amazing. We'll talk through. It was a very strong and a very fast fight for a big fish. It's a big fat thing, but with some lovely scales on it. What this lake is chucking up is beyond belief. 62-pound mirror. Go your own way, mate. You go your own way. Amazing. It's a very old fish. Very old, gnarly one with wrinkly. There we are. Not going anywhere. You are not going anywhere, mate. Just wow. Oh my God. Lovely. Yes. Okay, yeah. So this was the first fish that we had. He's not behaving himself, he's been in the sack, he's been in the retainer a little while. This was the first fish we had, which is 38-pound mirror. Oh my God. And that has just splashed bloody everything. Okay, we tried a different camera. 38 pounds. It's got lovely scales on one side, this fish. Again, same rod. Oh, stop, it doesn't like being picked up at all, this fish. It's actually clouding over. So all fish have come to the same rod, which is closest that way. I don't want to crowd it with another rod. When I think back of all the big fish captures I've had, it's always when 90% of the time it's when the rod is fished on its own and there are no lines about. If I start moving the lines across, it could easily push the fish into the other section. So I'm happy just with the one rod over there, even if the other three aren't even doing anything. I want to keep one fish at a time, as opposed to maybe getting a couple and then the whole thing is ruined. So yeah, lovely scales on this side. Stop it. I'll put you back in a minute. Put you back in a minute. Okay, photos done. Just in time. Just in time. There's a pike angler that's just come through. So that's a superb result. All the photos done. I'm soaking wet. All the videos done. It's too much to do. Try and do photos with such big carp on your own. Amazing, absolutely amazing. No one knows I've caught them apart from a few mates. Yeah, bring it on. A couple more nights and that'll do me. Amazing. Okay, lunchtime Wednesday. A good fish has just jumped over the second in from the left. Yeah, pretty much out that way. First fish I've seen jump, and that's over the area that I haven't had a take on yet. I didn't see it was a carp, but a big black shape. It was either a carp or a catfish, most likely a carp. So yeah, we're on for the middle. We're on for the middle rod of these three. Winner. Brace of 60-pound mirrors. Wow, what a creature. What a beautiful fish that is. My God. Oh, wow. That's the shot, isn't it? That's about as good as I'm going to get with you, baby. What a beautiful, big scales across the back. Unbelievable orange there near the tail. Unbelievable fish. Absolutely huge. Monster from the deep. There you go. See you later. See ya. Ah, amazing. Absolutely amazing. I made the schoolboy error of giving this dog a couple of shrimp boilies. I've no idea whose he is. She is, her name's Rena, but she won't leave me alone now. She's beautiful, beautiful, I think Doberman, but she's beautiful, and she likes her chin rubbed, don't you? And she likes boilies as well, so anyway, we'll find a home for you at some point. Okay, it's 5 o'clock on. It's 5 o'clock on Thursday night. Last night at 5. So we've done Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and this will be Thursday night. So yeah, last night we're just going to enjoy one more sunset. It's freezing cold tonight. Much colder, it's going down to 4 degrees when it's been sort of 7 or 8. So yeah, it's going to be cold, but cold and quiet. But we've got to keep our fingers crossed. We've had a couple of 60s and a 59-12 common. My God, unbelievable. That is what you call autumn gold. So yeah, I don't really mind if I don't catch anything tonight. Everything is soaking wet, which is why I'm using this camera, which is my phone. Everything isn't working, but the memory cards are safe. So yeah, I will wish you good night and give you a quick update in the morning. You don't want that coming into your tent at night, do you? Fortunately, she is an absolutely beautiful doggy. Just wants attention and food, don't you? You just want attention and food. It's time you went home, isn't it?